Check 1 2, check 1 2 3. Welcome everybody. This is the latest episode of Sora TTRPG. Today we are joined with Rain, who's going to be playing our only true tank, honestly, because everyone else is.
Oh yeah.
Like we have 𝕿𝖍𝖊, who you guys met already, but 𝕿𝖍𝖊's more of a heal tank. So we're gonna be in for hopefully a fun time. Either that or it's gonna be 50 turns of no one doing damage to each other. But let's start. For anyone who doesn't know, Sora TTRPG is a story that is set on a floating island in the sky known as 𝕿𝖊. The island itself soars high above the clouds and is the size of a small county. Oh, we just got raided instantly. Yo, what's up, Raid? Viri, make your goddamn character. Make your character, Viri. How you doing, Raiders? Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're just in time. We literally just started. The solo mission, Rain solo mission. And by just, I think, what was that, like 5 words? But thank you so much for the raid. What were you guys playing? Also, I apologize in advance. I'm going to be DMing, so I am reading chat, but I won't be able to respond to everybody. But I appreciate you.
Hey, I appreciate you too.
Yeah. Silk Song. I crashed out so many times. Oh, the memories. The memories. I remember back in the day when Viri was good at games. Good times. But oh yeah, can we get a shout out for Rain as well over on Twitch? Or do you use YouTube as well, or specifically Twitch?
Also, only Twitch.
Okay. Yeah. But thank you again for the raid. I appreciate it. And remember, guys, if you want to see more, don't forget to. Oh, thank you, Rio. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you want to see more Sora TTRPG. But for now, sit back, relax. And
if you want more Sora TTRPG, just like, comment, subscribe.
Exactly.
To 𝕊𝖓 VT.
All right, let's take it from the top, boys. The year is 1026 FW. And on a floating island in the sky known as 𝕿𝖊, humanity struggles to survive against an external threat known only as the Gaia. Humanity, which once densely populated these lands, now are pushed to much smaller settlements, such as the desert clergy citadel to the south, the villages of the northern tribes to the north, and Sora's city, which houses the Sora Academy, a place where people flock from all over the continent to learn how to use living weapons known as Sora, to fight the Gaia threat, to defend their homes. However, not all stories start in the glitz and glamour of the Academy walls. This story in particular takes place in a much more, how should I say, destitute part of the land. If you, here, let me just pick up my MP3 player. Narration voice so peak. Thank you. Let me just put this music player. So we're up here, Rain, on the main world map. Clip, clap, clip, clap, clip, clap. The sound of footsteps on roof tiles kind of fills the night. Oh, and by night, let's go. Oh, wait. Yeah, there we go. Clip, clap, clip, clap. several little footprints are running from rooftop to rooftop, jumping from one to the other. About 6 figures. Their silhouettes illuminated by the moonlight in the background. As they make their way past the streetlights, and by streetlights I mean large poles with blue crystals inside them that glow and cast a dim light on the surroundings. The following people are illuminated, bags in hand filled with their most recent bounty. First we have 𝕿𝖊 𝕸𝖊𝖓, a human, sharp-eyed, smart, trusted, followed by a taller female known as 𝕿𝖊 𝕸𝖊𝖓, an elf, clad in leather, her eyes darting left to right and making sure that they're not being followed. In contrast, an orc stumbles behind her, definitely not as built for the nimble transport that they have chosen. His name is 𝕿𝖊 𝕸𝖊𝖓, and he is looking at nothing but the bounty in his hands, a large golden chalice that he managed to swipe in their last raid, and followed by a short, stout individual known as Pip Brenlock. He is a halfling, and his pockets are absolutely stuffed to the brim with little knickknacks and gems and other assortments. And second to the last is another small female character, this time with big floppy ears and green skin, Scree, a goblin who is constantly, as you're running, throwing out these little trinkets and stuff that land on the ground and open up, and you just as they like activate, and like they're kind of waiting for your pursuers to just accidentally step on them. And lastly, the one holding the rear, making sure that the rest of his team makes it out, Xyrax. And Rain, it's at this point that I want you to describe your character.
Okay. So my character, he's 7 foot tall. He has really broad shoulders. Like, you can clearly tell he is pretty built on his own. He's a black Dracona race with piercing red eyes. He also has like a black tail, like any Dracona would. He stands like on his his toe claws, or like kind of like the flat part of his like feet, but that's like normal for his race. And he's wearing like kind of like, it looks like black monk garbs, but they're not really like for monks. It's just kind of like tattered like black clothing found in like the region of his slums, and he's wearing like a red like vest. But it seems like it's like two different outfits, but it's really just one outfit. And he's also wearing like a brown leather belt around his like waist.
Awesome. Perfect. So Xyrax follows behind it. As you're running behind them, you hear Scree go, "Hey, watch yourself, Zy. Yeah, don't step on me, pretties. They hurts a lot," she says. She turns around. That's the goblin turning around to you.
Well, if you run a little faster, I don't have to step on you.
They look over, and as you guys are in very high spirits, actually right now. You have found a way into a corrupted noble's apartment. Well, not really apartment, but it's like complex, like in the main city. And you were able to safely rob it and avoid detection and flee all the way out into the slums where you are now. Another Kale at the very front goes, "All right, we almost there. Keep your wits about you. Remember, world don't give no warnings, so we're gonna have to make our own. All right." He says as you're all able to like make it back home. All right. And before
Real
you know
quick,
it, yeah,
what was the name of the human and the elf again?
Kale Thornstep. And the elf is called 𝕿𝖍𝖊.
Marissa. Okay.
Perfect. The rest of the night goes relatively smooth. And it's at this point that you're sitting in the house with... Well, it's not really a house. It's more of like, I guess, a repurposed old barn. You guys are kind of sitting in the upper part, surrounded by your latest bounty. And Nerissa looks and says, "Wow, there's so much here. I wonder how many people we can help with this." And you hear Pip, the little halfling, goes, "You sure we can't just keep some of it for ourselves? I'm sure no one's gonna miss a chalice or 3. And at this point, Nerissa looks to you, because you're kind of like the moral anchor of like, please handle this. She gives you that look of like, please handle this. Like...
Xyrax gonna look at her and goes like, "Oh, right, we should be giving this back to the people. The people need this more than we do." And then as he says it, he like he kind of like steps in front of Pip and like in front of Marissa, and as he's talking like, "Oh, we should give this back to the people," with his right hand he's waving his hand to Pip to like hide like the chalices.
Pip looks left and right, and you see him, he kind of like opens like the front of his pants and just shoves a chalice down his pants. You could tell he's not the smartest guy. And like, you kind of sigh, and as you move around, you just see him sitting there looking away, kind of whistling, and there's just this big chalice-shaped lump in his pants. Nerissa just sighs. But
Sarah's gonna look down at him and just go, "Really? That's the one spot you hit it?"
And at this point, just Kale bursts into laughter, which causes Brug to burst into laughter. Everyone, and then Nerissa just sighs and also starts laughing along with you guys. And the night is good. And I want to ask you, how does Xyrax feel in this moment? It's like after a successful mission with all your close brothers and sisters, basically.
He's been with them for so long, like ever since he was like a kid, like he grew up with them. So this is like the only family he's ever had. So he feels quite happy. Like he's extremely happy even, just being around them. And these are the 5 people that he trusts with his life, and he will only trust like these 5.
At this point, Kale stands up, and as the laughter kind of dies down a bit, he pulls everyone together and says, "The only people we have is one another. he says, don't forget, we are the Razor Spikes. Not one, all of us together. We live together, we die together, we eat together, we cry together. Don't forget, he says to every single one.
That's right.
And it's at this point that Scree goes, should we tell him? The little goblin looks to Kale and says, and he says, yes, I believe this would be a good time.
Tell me what?
They all look to you smiling, almost as if like, you know, when it's your birthday and everyone's like got the cake and they're all looking at you. It's that kind of look.
Yeah. Okay.
And they say, Xyrax, don't be mad, but
this is not going well already.
He says, we have secretly been keeping a little bit of the money that we make aside. We still give the vast majority to the poor, but we've been saving up for something special.
Oh.
And they said, you know that we've always dreamed for something more, something bigger, a way for us to help even more people. But we've only ever been able to live within our means. But, and he pulls out what looks like a scroll with a large Sora Academy insignia on the front. And he says, we saved up a little bit. We saved up all our money that we could. And of course, with you being the backbone of our entire group, you've kept us safe. You've been the one to stay behind to make sure that all of us live to see another day. None of us would be here if not for you. We decided that you should be the one to represent the Razor Spikes in Sora Academy.
Are you serious? But I want all of us to go together.
Narissa shakes her head. She says, you know we don't have enough money for that. We've been saving up for so long just to get this one invitation.
But it's gonna be weird to go by myself. Is it really okay?
It's at this point where you feel a big pat on your back. And it's Brug Ashmore, the orc. Yeah. He is also a guardian symbol as yourself. And he knows you better than any of the other people here. You're basically brothers. Mm-hmm. And he says, Zai, you could always come visit.
I'll always come visit, but you guys should also come visit too. I think once I made my spot within the academy, you know, if I can bring some visitors, I'll bring you 5 right away. I don't know how to thank you guys.
He said, Brug kind of looks over and says, you can thank us by going as soon as you can. I'll do my best to, it's not like I'll miss you or anything. And then suddenly Narissa goes, don't believe him. We had to console him for days on end. Every time he was all like, well, I'm gonna miss Xyrax. Well, what am I gonna do without Xyrax? And then you see him go, he's like, shut up!
Xyrax's gonna look at Brug and be like, oh my god, you're gonna miss me that much?
He's just gonna punch you in the shoulder.
And so Cyrus is going to do a kind of like a special handshake he's done with Brug for a long time. He's going to hold out his hand like kind of like a warrior's like handshake.
Yep.
And then like he's gonna bring him in and like headbutt him. and say
like a yaoi kiss.
Oh, okay. Let's not go that far. Don't turn this into some yaoi shit. But he's gonna do it, and he's gonna say, fuck.
Go on. What was he gonna say?
Fuck, I can't think about it now. He's gonna say, if you're gonna be protecting them, then I'm gonna be worried.
He just bursts into laughter, and he said, just cause I'm not as good as you at protecting doesn't mean I can't. He says with a smile, you just make me look bad.
Just make sure you know where Scree is at all times. As you know, I almost step on her daily.
And then Brug says something along the lines of, I'm sure she has a way of like unflattening herself when things like that happens. I'm sure she'll be fine. She says, hey! And then he turns around to laugh at her, and then you see he turns the wrong direction, sees Pip, and Pip's like, nope, wrong shard person. And then once again, like the rest of the night kind of continues like this. Everyone's laughing and smiling, but also you can definitely sense that there's this kind of underlying sadness because they will miss you, and you know that.
And Sarah's gonna miss them too. In this world, is there like a picture thing they can take?
There would be, yes. They would be expensive though. It's usually this crystal, and then you can like face it. You can place it in a little stand, and then it'll flash, and then you can place it inside a frame, and it'll materialize the image in a frame.
Oh, do we have anything like that?
Roll instinct.
Instinct. Okay. Let's see. So instinct.
Nice. 18 with hope.
Oh, shit.
You get a hope.
Hell yeah.
And you're looking around the hall of the people that you guys had just robbed, and you see an image stone nestled in amongst them. It's one of those the things that let you take pictures.
Mm-hmm. He's gonna dig around and say like, I swear I saw this when we were picking this guy clean. Oh, here it is. Look. And he's going to like take out the crystal and say, let's take a picture. All of us in one. I want to take this picture and bring it with me. And you can also keep one of me too.
And Pip says, oh, my bad. I thought that was a toothpick. Ignore the little bit of gunk on the top.
He's gonna look at him and just kind of like flick it off in his direction.
And so they all kind of smile. They all like nod, and it's kind of awkward. You guys have never really done this, because obviously these stones are very expensive. Mm-hmm. And Scree very quickly like pulls out one of their little machine trinkets and kind of fiddles with it a bit and makes a makeshift stand to put it on. And all of you guys kind of stand awkwardly, but you're surrounded by all of this treasure. And so it actually makes for a really nice backdrop. And then as Kale says, don't the people in the city usually like say something on the count of 3?
You're right, they do. I think I saw some people in town say something.
And Narissa kind of looks at you guys and laughs and says, on the count of 3, let's say family.
Cringe.
or the what's it called, Brug looks at her too and says, "Yeah, I agree with Zai. I ain't saying that." I can't just go. Come on, guys.
Then let's say razor spikes.
Narissa pouts and she says, "Oh, fine." And then so it's go 1, 2, 3, and everyone shouts, "Razor spikes!"
Razor spikes.
And then there's a big flash, and now it's 2 days later, and that framed photo is hanging up on the. One of them is hanged up on the side of the barn. The other one is safely nestled in your rucksack. And you're getting ready to head out.
At this point, he doesn't have a weapon, right?
No.
Okay. So he's kind of like putting stuff in, and as he's like putting stuff in, he's like, "I swear to God, if Pip and Scree stole something from me to keep me from leaving."
Yeah, you notice your spare shoes are gone.
Well, my character doesn't wear shoes.
Oh, dang. I'll say that you look in your bag, and like you're noticing several things missing. One of your socks is missing. A lucky shirt that you have is missing.
What the?
You're also missing your toothbrush.
He's gonna come in. Pip, Scree, I know you took it.
They look at you and you see that they still have them in their hands and they're looking, but you see that their eyes are like kind of starting to bubble with tears.
He's like, "Stop it. You know I'm immune to that kind of stuff."
They said, "We're just gonna miss you," is all they said. But Pip goes, "No, I just wanted the toothbrush."
So Xyrax gonna go. He's gonna crouch down to give Scree a hug, and then like push Pip's face away as he's hugging Scree. And while he's pushing his Pip's face, he's gonna grab his toothbrush.
Pip goes, "Hey, you better get me a fancy toothbrush from the city."
I'll make sure I'll get you all the best toothbrushes from the city. I'll get you the best of the best.
And it's at this point that Kale and Narissa kind of walk in on you guys and says, "Hey, are we late for the goodbye party?"
No, of course you're not. Well, actually, yes, we had it yesterday.
Narissa walks up and gives you a big hug and says, "It's a figure of speech, Xyrax. We're going to miss you."
I'm going to miss you too, Marissa.
And she looks at Kale as well, and Kale gives you a big pat on the shoulder and says, "Remember, dumb people try to be smart. Smart people know how to cheat." He says, he looks at you.
Okay.
If you're ever stuck on exams, you know, this is how I got my education. You know that this guy like barely passed like the equivalent of elementary school, but he's like, this is how he survived school. But he's like the most educated out of all of you guys.
Xyrax gonna turn to him and be like, "You went to school?"
He says, "Yeah, I graduated with flying colors from
stupid school."
And that's when you hear from behind you, "Good one, bro."
Thanks, bro.
And you see Brug's got like he's walking in, and he's got like an entire like slaughtered pig over his shoulder.
I'm gonna miss you guys. I really am.
He said, Brug looks and says, "Got you this as a goodbye present. You can take it with you and think of us." And he hands you the entire pig that's on a rope. He's an orc, so he can lift this. You can kind of lift it, but he's stronger than you.
Yeah. Sarah's gonna just take him like, oh, I can't eat all this in one sitting.
Brug says, suit yourself. He takes it back.
He's like, I didn't say no.
He said, Sai, do you want the pig or not? I'm a growing boy.
Give it to Scree. Maybe she'll grow a little bit.
He looks at Scree. Scree looks up at it and she looks like she's like drooling, and she sees the pig, and he just holds it above her, and her hands go up, and he just drops it, and she's just flattened. You just hear, but Brug says, "Come here, Sai," and he like opens his arms to give you a big like a man back pat hug.
Xyrax going to go and hug him back. And can we roll strength?
Sure. What are you gonna like see? Are you gonna like what are you trying to do with it?
I'm just trying to like out strength him in like a bear hug.
Alright, roll your roll strength. I'll make him roll as well.
No.
17 is high.
Fear.
Let me see. It is fear. I will take that token. Thank you very much. Oh, actually, I'm supposed to try to once.
I didn't want to give it to you.
Boom. Yeah.
No.
You guys hug each other tight, and you try to squeeze him really tight, and then he goes, and then suddenly you're like, and then suddenly you just hear a somewhere. You don't know where, but there was a crack. And he's a nice try, bud.
I'll get you one of these days.
When you're back from the academy, we'll do an art wrestle. Settle it once and for all.
When I come back, I'll be able to beat you.
Oh, and Narissa kind of speaks up and says, "Oh, and if you can you find one of those? They've got little Sora like necklaces. I'd like one of them, please." And then,
of course.
And then it's like, and then Kale's like, "Oh, if we're giving him a shopping list, yeah. If you could find I hear they're stocking nice little what's it called, sword belts. So it's the new fashion. I would love if you could pick one of those up for me."
Sword belt, sword necklace. Anything else from anyone else?
Scree from underneath the pig goes, "Snacks, please."
I'll get you a snacks.
And Pip thinks for a little bit and says, "I'd like a solid gold bar, please.
Oh.
With my name printed on it, preferably. Like Pip the Awesome, printed on gold."
Pip the Small, yeah. I'll see what I can do.
He doesn't. Oh wait, let me roll. Yeah, he got a 3. He doesn't even realize you insulted him. And goes, "Yeah, that sounds perfect."
He's just like, just dumb head, like, yeah.
And by the way, you notice that he still does have the chalice in his pants.
Sarah's just gonna look at just at this point. He's just going to like just not even gonna worry about it. He's just gonna look at Brug and say like, "You want anything, Brug?"
And Brug looks at you, and for a split second, his kind of big tough guy smile fades, and he says, "Just come back safe."
Xyrax, his grin turns into like kind of like a softer smile, and just like nods his head and goes, "I will."
And with that, they wave you off goodbye at the start of your brand new adventure. And you begin walking to Sora Academy. It's not the longest walk in the world. In fact, you've been there many times. In fact, you've probably broken into the academy once or twice.
Yeah, I feel like I like either have a reputation within Sora Academy, or I feel like some of the guards might know me by name.
Yeah, you would be correct. You start walking down. It's early morning, and you know that the introduction ceremony is happening very soon. And by the way, I'm doing hidden rolls this entire time, so you never know. I don't even know when everything's gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm not looking at your stream at all. I'm looking on my my character sheet, so I'm just going into as blind as possible. So
Awesome.
I assumed you're doing some hidden rolls. I mean, a normal DM would.
Yeah.
But like in real life, like it's just funny because you're just role playing, you're just having fun, and you just hear dice roll just happen, and everyone just turns to the DM, and go, "What are you rolling for?" And the DM peeps out of his his wall and says, "Don't worry about it."
I mean, wait. Tell me if you can hear this. Can you hear that?
No. Oh, I heard that. It's very, very distant.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, okay, good. That's gonna be. But oh yeah, but by the way, I'm interacting using the map up here to the north. That's what I've been using to. The character's been walking around from here.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So yeah, so you've been walking around out. And you see the large bridge into the city. It almost feels strange crossing this bridge normally. Every single time you've crossed it to go into the city, it's been by the cover of night, and you're probably on like some kind of a raid run.
Yeah.
And let me ask you this now. At this point, as you're walking through the city gates, you kind of show the scroll, and the doors kind of open for you. And how are you feeling right now?
He feels kind of like on one side he feels sad that the family he's known for all of his life, like every single day of his life, he's been with them every single time. This will be one of the first times he he's stepping out on his own, doing stuff on his own. It's like a fresh new high school graduate going to college for the first time away from his parents. It's like he's excited, but he also feels like, I'm gonna miss them.
Oh.
Like it's like he knows he wants to be here, he knows he wants to do it, but it's just the back of his mind is like, oh man, I missed him. I already missed him. This is weird. And already kind of thinking, he's like, should I go back? And he's like, if I go back, Brog is gonna call me a pussy.
He would, very much would.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, you start making your way into the town, walking down the streets, and immediately your feet hit the stone pavement. It's a far cry to the slums. Everyone here looks content. The occasional noble passes you that seems kind of up their own asses, if you will.
Mm-hmm. Oh, can I make a perception on like if I can recognize any of the guards?
Yeah, sure. You roll instinct.
Because I feel like with our with us going to the city a lot, there's a lot of times where we will probably run into guards, and like guards would see us, or like kind of
most of the time you guys
like,
would be covering your faces for the most part.
Yeah.
But
I feel in terms of like me knowing certain guards after like doing it for so many years.
11.
Nice.
You see a couple of guards that you recognize, usually ones that are out on patrol. You don't really see anyone that you've had like any direct confrontation with. And even then, those ones are usually few and far between. But you definitely do recognize some of the guards as ones that you're usually trying to avoid them, if anything. You see like the one that's very loose-lipped walking past. He's kind of the guy that you like to eavesdrop because he kind of always gives away all the secrets. He's one of the guards that you notice.
Can I like kind of walk by them like normally, but kind of like hear what he's saying?
Yeah. So you're walking by them, and he goes, "Oh, did you hear the wait, no, how does that? Did you hear? The connection guy the joy guy are starting to amass their numbers in the Red Desert. The other guy goes, yeah, what of it? And they said, well, the majority of our chasers have been dispatched to, as a counteroffensive, if you will. And he says, and what does that mean for this city? And he says, well, it means more work for you and me. That's what you hear.
He's gonna just keep walking, just kind of like keep that in mind. He's like, huh, okay.
At this point, you're walking past areas, and now you're reaching like the really nice part of the city as you get closer to the academy. There are people on the streets kind of selling things, selling fresh fruits and stuff. This is a part of this side of the city is, well, you've been here in person, but you've never seen the city so alive. Obviously, when you and your family travel into the city, it's the dead of night. And usually the only people that are out are like not the best people. But now you kind of are seeing a whole different side of the city with people smiling and laughing, going about their day. It's kind of how does Xyrax feel seeing these?
He's kind of like off-putted because they've only really been into the city like at nighttime. So seeing all these people out, like it's almost like they're having like a festival or something, right?
No, this is just a normal day.
Yeah. Okay. So he just kind of like looking around, like, whoa, this is weird. But like every so often, like if there's like a guard that like comes close to him, he like instinctively kind of flinches a little bit, or like looks around for a place to hide. But like just as he does it, the guard like kind of like looks at him and probably thinks like, what a weirdo. He just like kind of walks by him like nothing.
It's like someone who's like just fresh out of prison type.
Yeah, he just thinks that everything's out to get him. But yeah, he's walking out. He's just like, it's like surreal for him because like they've spent so many years like just sneaking into this place. Now he's walking normally, and it's like it's almost like a culture shock for him. He never really expected to be like just walking the city normally.
It's now at this point that you're approaching the gates of the academy. And standing at the gates, you see someone kind of arms crossed, and you see a man with an eye patch, very familiar to you. Big, tall man. He's got a jacket draped over his shoulder and kind of black hair with like starting to see signs of white. You immediately notice this man as he's the head of Sora Squad 0, which is basically only people really in the underground know who they are. They're like kind of the anti-personnel part of the chasers, and you and him have butt heads many times in the past. And he
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, you know him. Do you approach? Can you definitely see him? At least you think you see him before he sees you.
Okay, so he definitely like sees me. Do I remember him ever seeing my face?
As far as you're concerned, whenever you're out, you guys have masks, so you don't think he's directly seen your face.
Okay. Since he's going to the academy, my character is a type to face people head on, so he's gonna walk up to him.
All right. He opens his eye, because the other eye is an eye patch, and looks you dead in the eye. Are you gonna say anything to him first, or are you gonna wait for him to talk?
Yeah, he's gonna walk up to him and go like, greetings. I'm here to I'm here to join Sora Academy.
It's at this point he chuckles and says, "Isn't this a surprise, Xyrax?"
And then he's Xyrax is gonna be like, kind of like going to his thing to pull out the scroll. And says, "What did you just say?"
He raises his hand and said, I was there when your friends purchased the scroll. Don't worry."
Oh. How much was the scroll?
He tells you the price, and your jaw kind of drops. Like you understand they would have had to be saving up for this. With the amount that you guys were giving out to the poor and stuff, they would have had to be saving up for this for like at least half a year.
Sarah's gonna like grab his like heart area and just kind of gasp like.
He said those are he said they seem like good people. He says.
Yeah, they're family.
There was. Oh wait, 1 second. My headphones just died.
I'm the last
Okay, my
solo
headphones are back.
campaign of the night, right?
What?
Am I the only one you're already doing for solo campaign wise?
Oh my gosh, wait, sorry, my headphones died again. Okay, sorry. Now I'll repeat what you said.
Okay, it's fuck, I just had a brain fart.
Oh, we can continue. It might come back to you.
Okay.
He looks over and he said, "Family is good." Having said that, one of the shorter ones of your friends did steal a fountain pen from the office, and we would like to have that back if you can.
There's millions of those fountain pens. How would I know he stole yours?
Because it's gilded with gold and has the Sora Academy symbol on it.
Do I remember seeing this pen?
Yes,
Back
he
at
was
home?
using it as a toothpick.
Xyrax is going to like blankly like stare up into the sky and just go, "Yeah, I didn't see it."
The guy just kind of chuckles and he says, "Anyway, you are now a student of Sora Academy.
Yes,
Do your best."
I will. Thank you. You have me at a disadvantage. I never got your name.
Says, "My name is Aratos. Aratos Klaus."
Aratos Klaus.
And he says, he looks and says, "I have a couple of kids around your age. And I hope to send them to the academy soon. If you see them, will you say hi?"
Are they good people?
I tried to raise them to the best of my abilities.
Okay.
It's also at this point, this is such a weird feeling because you're literally seeing the city in a different light. Like this man who once, like, I wouldn't say he ruthlessly chased you down, but he was always like one step ahead whenever you guys were in over your heads. So for example, he'd be like, you try to break into a window, like you'd be planning for days to break into a house. And then the moment that you guys climb up to the window, he's just standing on the inside of the window looking at you guys. Like he's like, that's the kind of man he is. He's like, he's very rarely had to use force, but he's like so like powerful that he doesn't need to. He's able to just be like, yeah, no guys, go home. That's the kind of relationship you guys have.
Cyrus he's gonna grin and say like, "I look forward to it," and then he's gonna stick out his hand to like shake Arathorn's hand.
Aratos.
Aratos.
He reaches out his hand as well to shake it.
And at this moment, Cyrus is gonna grin and kind of like strength roll.
God damn it. Okay, roll strength. He'll roll strength as well here.
Oh, what the fuck? That's bullshit.
He only has +1 strength more than you.
That's bullshit. I had +2 and I failed. That's bullshit.
You go to straight his hand and you grin and you try to squeeze, and he laughs, and suddenly you just feel what feels like an electric jolt in your hand. Like it's not even being crushed. Your hand just goes numb instantly. And he laughs. He's like,
ah!
He's a nice try, kid.
Mark my words. I'm going to beat your handshake.
He said, if you see Valen inside, my son, you could start with beating him. If you beat him, I will gladly let you shake. Tell you what, if you can beat him, I'll give you an arm wrestle.
You got it. What's his name? Vale?
Valen.
Valen, okay.
And Valen Klaus. The academy, as you kind of walk in and you kind of wander around, and it's so strange. You know, everything seems clean. The walls seem almost alive. You walk towards the entrance, and it's almost as if it almost looks like a bare brick wall at the start, but as you get closer, it almost starts to like the blocks almost begin to fold in on themselves, and you see floating braziers of fire, and within the fire there's like red crystals that are constantly emitting flames. There's power here, there's strength here, there's wealth here. It's almost like it's like everything you guys have ever dreamed of.
It's like the rich part of the neighborhood.
Yes, definitely. But it's also not rich in a way that is to show off. You can see that everything here serves a purpose. There's no like fancy statues and stuff apart from that of the founder. You've been to like the obnoxiously rich parts of the town, and thankfully this does not give you the same vibes.
Okay.
And you're now standing. You are now standing in. Oh, by the way, did you roll with hope or fear? There was an 11. I was at 11 for. No, that was when you were with. That was when you were doing your first arm thingy with.
Magic.
Yeah. Did you add the? Oh yeah, you did. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm keep trying.
So it's at this point you're standing. You look a little bit out of place amongst the other students. Obviously you're looking very raggedy and stuff, but you've got your rucksack and you've got the picture inside and things. And you see.
Is any of the kids like staring at me?
Huh?
Are any of the kids like staring at me?
Roll
or
instinct.
Any students?
Roll instinct.
Nice.
What's that? 8 with hope. Well, you get a hope, but you don't notice anyone that's obviously staring at you. Sometimes you'll see some people like look at you, but you see they're also the kind of person that's like looking everywhere and just taking in the surroundings. So you don't really see anyone in particular that's like rudely staring.
Okay.
You look at the very top and you see a man kind of approaching the students, and he walks past them and stands in front. You see everyone's kind of gathered in a big hall. It's kind of like magical almost. I guess you could say that the floors are these like white marble, and you have these large marble pillars all around the hallway, and sort of circling the pillars are these bright blue kind of crystals. And when they reach the top of the pillar, they kind of spread onto the roof like cobwebs, almost as if they were alive and growing like vines. And they glow brightly, and that's basically the light in the room. And they slowly change color over time. There's almost like a, do you know when you shine light on a crystal and it like reflects on the ceiling?
Yeah.
And it's very like magical. And a man steps to the front of the class, or to the group, and slowly the floor beneath them begins to rise up until it forms a small stage. You get a clear look at the man. He looks kind of a little bit of an older man. I wouldn't say super old. I'd say like kind of mid to late 40s. He's got a little bit of wrinkles, and his hair is kind of gelled back, but there's a very distinct white streak going through. And he's got, you can see he's also covered in scars around his like arms and stuff. He's got one going down one of like his face, and he's got these like fiery like red eyes, and he looks and says, "Welcome, every single one of you. I am Headmaster 𝕿𝖊 of Sora Academy. And I've come to personally welcome every single one of you to our lovely academy." He says, "While you're here, you will learn how to wield your souls as weapons. You will learn to defend all those you wish to protect." It's also at this point, the image of your family immediately flashes in your brain. And he says, "And most of all, you will do your part to save all of humanity. So allow me to personally thank you in advance for all the good that you are about to do for the world." And based on his sentence, you see several students kind of scoff, like, they are obviously not here to do the good in the world. There are definitely people that are just here to get the powers and leave, but he kind of seems to somewhat ignore that. It's at this point that the door slams open behind you. You're near the back, so you definitely see it. And it's Aratos. And Aratos immediately like clears his throat because he sees and interrupts something. He goes, "Headmaster. Oh, Headmaster." And he's like, "Yes, Aratos." Aratos kind of looks left and right. He walks towards the headmaster. He's about to walk past you, and he kind of jumps up onto the stage and whispers something into the headmaster's ear. And you can't quite hear what they're saying, but is there anything you'd like to do in this moment?
Yeah, when he walked past me, right?
Yes.
Did he what was his expression? Like, was he like, did he have like a worried look, or
Yes.
did he have like
Worried, not panicked because he's a strong man, but definitely worried, concern.
Okay. So Xyrax just going to like kind of frown, like wonder what happened, to make someone like Aratos to look worried.
He says, Headmaster looks up and says, "Students, I'm afraid that we are going to need to cut this introduction a little bit short. We will continue it in future. For now, I ask you all to take shelter among the school grounds." He looks and he thinks, and because like he doesn't want everyone to panic.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "We are in the middle of an emergency. Rest assured, all of our chasers that are on site have been dispatched to quell this." He kind of pauses, and everyone starts whispering amongst each other. And this point, Aratos starts just walking towards the door.
My character, just from hearing that, he's going to turn around towards like the doors. From where they're at, does it like look out into the city?
You're kind of deep in the school. You need to. You probably need to walk a little bit to go back to the gates of the school.
So while Artos is walking towards the doors,
Yes.
Xyrax is going to kind of like get in front of him and say like what's happening?
Artos is about to brush you aside, but then he sees it's you. And then he says, Gaia have appeared outside the city walls.
Xyrax, upon hearing that, he's going to have a very like shocked look, and then like putting like two and two together, he just outside the city, he turns his head quickly towards the door, and without thinking, he's just going to like book it.
The as you're running towards the door, and as you're running out, you start to overthink a little bit. You start to panic as you're running. You feel your chest tighten. You know, the image of you still have your rucksack, and inside is still the picture of your family. The people in the town don't seem super concerned. It seems like not everyone was told.
Yeah.
And like usually, like some people say, "Oh, did you hear there was Gaia spotted recently?" And some whispers, and they said, "Yeah, but the chasers. This is literally the town of chasers. I'm sure we have more than enough to stop them. There's no need to be scared. Besides, no Gaia has ever even reached these walls." Then one person kind of kicks up and goes, "Yes, but there are people that live outside the walls."
And so, from my experiences, like living outside the walls for so long, I would assume that like Gaia attacks were quite frequent in like their area.
Definitely, but yeah, they definitely would be. But even like for you and your team, you have fought Gaia in the past, but you've had to get very creative. So for example, the Gaia will regenerate extremely quickly. So usually you rely on like screes, like inventions to like blow them up so they can't regenerate. But usually these are like very weak Gaia at most that kind of slip through the defenses. And that's when it immediately dawns on you that your family will be out fighting during this to try to save people. It's just who they are. So what would you like to do now?
My character's going to just like upon overhearing like the low bits and pieces, he's just going to like kind of curse under his breath and just continue running towards the section of the slums he's a part of, because he knows just based off like who they are, his family's gonna be out fighting the Gaia, so he's going to go back to join them.
As you approach the gates, you see that the gates are shut and there are two guards standing on either side.
My character's just gonna say like, out of my way, I need to go back outside.
The guards say, "We cannot allow that. There are Gaia outside the walls. Should we open this gate, they might flood in the city."
I don't care what you think. I want to go out there now. And Zara's gonna like look around and like kind of quickly like, is there any like windows or like open shafts or is there any like areas around this part that he would know of like a secret entrance?
There is a I'll say roll knowledge.
Oh boy, -1.
Yeah, this is usually Kale's job.
Yeah.
Okay, I get a
Wow.
fear, but
Yep.
you do notice that this place is quite familiar. It's the front gate of the city, so you know that there's a small garbage chute to the left that you're just able to squeeze through. You just like, but it involves a small detour, but it'll end up like dumping you out into the moat around the city.
Okay. Does the guard say anything to me?
Well, they kind of just see you, kind of dart in the other direction, and they kind of don't. They stay at their post.
Okay. Yeah. He's gonna go towards the secret entrance.
So you kind of run to the side a little bit. It takes a little bit more time, but you see it. You see several people dumping their trash into it already. It's like a big kind of pipe that just goes outside the city, and it's kind of like a downwards slope just to stop people from climbing up through it.
Yeah.
And so, what are you gonna do? Just jump straight through?
I feel like if we've used this entrance before in the past, and just by how it's like, I feel like Scree or Pip or any of the other guys would probably like set up something, either like at the top or bottom to like help them climb up or climb down safely. Is it still there?
Roll instinct.
Oh my god!
Thank you for the
fear. The
You
fear I see just like causes me worry.
you do see a small, it wasn't fancy, but you see that Scree kind of filed down two kind of slits in the side of the pipe that allowed you guys to like tie a rope. So they like filed it down just so that you could fit a rope around it. So you're able to you see that, and you do have rope on you in your rucksack if you want to use that.
Yeah, my character's going to take out the rope and kind of like tie it quickly and then like go down.
All right, I'll say that I won't make you roll for that because it's fine. You're able to scale down, and you're near enough to the bottom that you see the water of the moat. What are you gonna do?
Of the moat. Kind of like so the moat's kind of just like a dip of water, right?
Yep.
Is there a way I can like kind of jump from where I'm at to get to the other side of the land, or
no? It would be
too
much
far?
much wider.
Okay.
Yeah.
Once he gets down, I think he's just good. Does he remember there being any like creatures in this moat?
Well, you guys actually do live kind of on the banks of it, so you
Right,
don't
okay.
believe so. It seems to just be more of a water defense.
Okay. He's going to kind of like get in the moat and like swim across to like get to the other side.
All right. So he's swimming and he's paddling, and it's at this point that he starts to hear the sound of like fire and people screaming and buildings being knocked over. It's the sound of panic. You've never heard it like this before. It's like whatever is around, it's much bigger than you've ever fought. And as you start to get closer, you start to feel tremors in the water. Something big is currently marching around the slums.
Jesus. Okay. Yeah, he's just getting to the other side and like always think about his family. And once he gets to land, he's going to just continue like running towards basically their home. What did my character use exactly to fight against these guys then? Would he have like a sword or anything too?
I mean, your character, he what's it called? Most of his weapons would be at the house, but the guy, he had a sword that he would use, but the guy don't really take. Well, they do take damage, but they heal rapidly. So most of the time, you and Brug would like tag team, getting its attention and then luring it into big traps, big explosive traps. That's kind of how you fought in the past with Scurry. And the others would help as well, obviously.
Okay. Yeah, he's just going to continue like poking it towards the house, their house.
All right. So he begins. Oh, sorry. One sec. My mic is falling. So he's starting to. He's running as fast as he can towards the house. His You're going. Roll strength really quick.
Okay. My God, these fear dice love me for some reason.
So at this point, you are out of breath, but you're able to push on. It's like extra air in your lungs. So you're able to make your way towards the house. And when you reach the little barn on the outskirts, your heart kind of sinks. The entire thing has been like blown apart, like something stepped on it. A lot of the stuff inside just been thrown about. Thankfully, there's no sign of your family in there. But the house itself is completely destroyed.
Did we keep any like weapons?
Yeah, you can roll instinct to try to look through some of the rubble.
Okay. Nice.
There we go. You get a hope. You look through and you're able to find your old greatsword, as well as a fancy dagger. You don't know where it came from, but it seems magic. So you assume that it was part of one of your guys' robberies.
Okay. Yeah, he's going to kind of like pocket the other the blade, the return blade. Without knowing what it does, he just kind of like put it like to his like lower back, and he's going to grab his old greatsword, and he's going to like look around, and can he hear any sort of like fighting?
Yes. I won't even make you roll this. Towards the south. So your house is here. You're fighting coming from around here.
Okay. So yeah, he's gonna take his greatsword and just like start like running towards the fighting.
All right. It's at this point that upon reaching the fighting, you're now immediately able to. You hear and you begin to see your family in the front lines, but they don't look too good. We're actually going to roll for each one of them to see how well they're doing. So, the first one we're going to roll for is Kale. Remember, most of them have 6 HP. So we're going to roll. We're going to see how much HP they've got. Kale first. Kale stands. Let me
Is this a D20?
Yeah, I'm rolling it over here in this public roller here. So, let me just message Kale. So Kale stands facing the creature. He's got like a sword and shield in hand. Let me also pick up your guy. Make him bigger again. So he stands sword and shield in hand. He's looking a little bit beaten up, but he seems somewhat okay. Next, we're going to do Narissa. Oh! Okay, so...
Oh, no.
So let me just very quickly... write this down. Give me a notebook. Kale. 4 HP. Okay. So to his right, you see on the ground, passed out, like just behind him. He seems to be like standing to like try to protect her. You see Narissa kind of face down on the floor. You're not sure if she's okay, but she's completely unconscious. Then she also seems to be covered in wounds. Next, we're gonna do Pip. Oh.
Phantom, what the fuck?
Oh.
You were rolling so well earlier. What the hell is happening?
Oh. In front of him, you see Pip is also sprawled out on the floor. This one looks bad. You see one of his arms is like ripped clean off.
Oh shit.
And he's sitting there kind of like, he's still alive, but he's like barely kind of holding on. And he's kind of like he's kind of like on his back holding his arm. Next, we're gonna do Scree.
Dude, okay, are these dice like fucked or something? What the hell? What are you running a D20?
No, it's a D6. It's a D6.
It's a D6?
So I'm rolling for the HP.
Oh my god!
Scree, you see Scree as well. Scree is kind of over here. And she seems to be like, you see her kind of leaning against a wall, kind of holding her side where there's like blood pooling from it. And this time, for your sake, I'm gonna make you roll. Roll a D6 plus 1, and this is for Brug's HP. D6
Okay.
plus 1.
Oh boy.
Then standing in front of them, looking the most beat up of all, but still standing strong. You see Brug. Let me see if I can find You see Brug standing in front of all of them. His battle axe high in the air. He's holding back what looks like you see the teeth of a giant creature. One that what do you call it? Let me see. One that you've never seen before. It seems to be made up of writhing arms which kind of loop in and out of themselves and forming like a tight lattice around what looks like an inky black core. Its eyes are simply just like hands that have kind of like sort of opened up into like dark, dark spaces underneath. Its mouth, once again, is like, it's almost as if it's like being opened up by all these hands. The entire creature is made up of like these kind of like hand tendril-like appendages. The 4 feet that it stands on is also, also look like different arms and hands and such. And you look and you see this is kind of like, it seems to have like several different heads and it stands tall. And you see that Brug is like holding back its teeth with a battle axe. One thing that you also notice very quickly is you see that there's no people around. It looks like your family stayed behind so that other people could escape.
Mm-hmm. Do they notice me?
No, currently not.
Okay. Let's see. Are those just like buildings you're going?
Yep.
Okay. It's just that one thing, just like nothing else.
Yep. How much hope do you have? Let me see.
I have 4 hope right now.
Okay. Livable.
Yeah. So, I essentially have the element of surprise.
Yes.
Okay. Can I throw that other blade at him? At the creature? And
sure.
Yeah, he's going to take out the other blade with his other hand, and he's just gonna like chuck it at the monster, and then like if he hits him or misses, he's going to like yell like, "Hey, hey, look at me!
The
Hey, look!"
let me grab the. What's my distance test? Okay, so you're here, close range. So you would need to get a little bit closer. So probably like here.
Okay.
All right. So you run over and you throw the blade. So roll finesse.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, great. 0.
$15 with hope. You mark a hope.
Oh, that's not the one.
And does this hit? It does hit. So now you're
nice.
gonna roll your damage.
Let's see this one.
The blade flies through the air. It's like clean. It's like butter.
Is D8 mag?
Yeah,
Oh,
D8
just
magic
magic.
damage.
Okay. There's what is this? Fitness? Oh, I have nothing. Ooh,
6 damage. So, if that is, it flies through the air and embeds itself into the side of the creature's neck, and you see black ooze just pull out. And before you even react, you look at your hand, and the blade is back in your hand.
He's gonna look like, what the hell?
Um,
He's gonna look at the blade and look back up at the monster, and the blade's not in the neck.
the blood is still pooling from the neck, though.
Oh, and the blade's not. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And
So my character's looking like, what the hell?
the creature then looks towards you, and it's at this point that your family looks, and they all together they say, "Xyrax!" And Brug looks over towards you, and he smiles, and he gives you like, he looks really weak. There's blood pooling from his head, and he gives you a thumbs up like, "I protected them," before he collapses to the floor. He's not dead, but he's collapsed to the floor.
Yeah. And my character is going to like look at them, give them a thumbs up, and say, "No man left behind."
They nod, and they what's it called? They're all like now in battle mode. They're called. You've given them such a big morale boost.
Yeah.
Several of them start waking up. Attempting Pip and Scree seem to be sort of starting to move around a little bit. Because you got hope, you get another turn. You also have the ability to spotlight any of the other characters to give them the turn instead.
Let's see. So right now, Narissa is down, right?
Yep.
Still down. Okay. Scree and Pip are starting to get up, right?
Yes, but Pip is gravely injured. He's missing an arm.
Okay. And then Brug is down.
Yeah, he's
Right.
kind of just tired. He's gonna get up again next turn.
Okay. I was gonna get the extra point to Kale, and then kind of shout at Kale, saying, "Kale, get the injured, wounded out of here. Get them to safe place. I'll keep this one busy."
Kale nods and he drags Pip back a little bit, and he does the same with Narissa, and he moves them, and he nods, and you see him. He starts to kind of tend to their wounds, and takes them around the
Yeah.
side of the house.
And then that doesn't count as an action, right?
No.
Okay. In that case, my character is going to kind of put the blade away and take his greatsword out, and then charge at the monster.
All right, you go and try hit it.
Yes, I will. Let's
Roll
see.
roll strength,
And it's hope and fear every single time, right?
Yep.
Okay.
except for with damage, same as D&D.
Yeah. Oh, this is not my board.
You roll.
I just realized this is not my board.
Yeah, I will let you re-roll it on your board because that was a really shit roll.
Okay. I was like, why is my character sheet blank? Okay. Oof.
11 with fear. Oh, brother.
God. Do I hit it?
Their AC is 13, so you miss.
Oh. Okay.
It's now the creature's turn.
Okay.
It looks towards you, and it's going to immediately mark a stress to use its ability Overload. As it looks at you and it opens its mouth, and you see like this purple kind of energy begin to swell up in its mouth, like purple electricity arcing and sparking out, and when it hits the ground, it kicks up dust, and suddenly arms kind of reach in from the mouth and sort of start to like cover this energy and condense it, and it begins to like build and build and build, and suddenly the arms open, and the beam flies straight towards you. Straight towards you, and it's going to attempt to hit you, which is a D12. First, it's got to try to hit you, so it's a D20 plus 4. I feel like it's definitely going to hit you. Oh my gosh, what? Yeah. Oh, 50. Yep. That hits.
Yep.
It is now going to do damage, which is... Oh. A D20 plus 10.
D20 plus 10 is damage?
Yup.
Oh my god.
I think I'm rolling good again. Out of a maximum of 30, I got 28. We actually managed to do severe damage to you. Would you like to use any abilities?
Yes. Let's see. I am going to... Where is it?
Is it the Dracona one?
Yeah, I'm going to mark a stress and take the severe down to a major.
Alright. Are you going to take it, or are you going to use any armor slots?
I'll take 1 armor slot.
Okay.
And then I'll go down to 1 HP. I mean, just 1 HP hit.
So at this point, your character is kind of like he's back in fight mode. He sees the beam coming, and instead of moving away, you kind of hold your greatsword up, and the beam just hits the greatsword, and you just push against it, and you're gritting your teeth, and you see your friends injured, and you just take steps towards, and you're like pushing back the beam with each step. However, the creature can be spotlighted a second time by spending a fear token. And it is now going to attempt to swipe at you, which is a D20 plus 4. 7.
Wow.
Wow.
He missed.
So the creature attempts to, suddenly the beam stops and closes his mouth and immediately tries to swipe at you. But you're able to dodge out of the way with a big roll, and you're back on your feet. It's also at this point that Nerissa is now back up, and she still looks weak, but she's been patched up and she's conscious again. And also so is Brug.
Okay.
So it is now your turn.
Okay. Let's see. So do I see that Nerissa's back up?
Yes.
And I'm guessing Kale is like kind of like assisting
helping
Pip and
yes.
trying to
trying to bandage up his
whatever.
arm. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. I'm going to hit unstoppable.
All right, let's see. So once per long. Okay, so roll. Wait, no, it starts at 1, right? Yep.
Yeah, 1. So
okay.
It now starts at 1.
Actually, I will say one thing. I'll say this class feature, as well as this class feature, and this feature here.
Yeah.
Sora exclusive. Yep, that was.
Okay, so unstoppable is gonna be Sora exclusive.
Yeah, just because it's really strong. Whereas these ones are like yourself. Like, I am your shield. Like, I'm not going to see you need a sword to just stand in the way of someone. That's
right.
fine.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's fair. I can see that.
Also, Iron Will also is Sora.
Okay. Okay, then in this case, I'm just going to attack with my greatsword.
Okay, roll to hit. Also, would you like to spotlight anyone?
What?
I'll give you the
spotlight.
You have the ability to choose one of either your teammates to spotlight. Actually, you know what? Temporarily, I will give you the leadership trait. So you can roll a d4, and then that roll will tell you how many of your teammates you can spotlight.
Okay, so roll d4.
Yes.
Okay.
4 teammates. You can spotlight 4 teammates. However, remember, if any of them roll a fail, so you can tell them to do things, but if one of them will roll a fail or a fear, it still goes to the enemy's turn. So use it wisely.
Okay. I'll give the spotlight to Brug and Screeden.
Okay, so Scree's going to start off because she's still technically down. She's going to roll strength to try to get up. This one will, this one. Boom. I won't use that as your turnover. I won't use that as your turnover, but unfortunately she's not up. She's not up. She's still
Okay.
She's still unconscious. But Brug is here. Do you have any instructions for them?
Is Brug down still?
No, he got up. He was just kind of
Okay, he
exhausted.
got up.
Yeah.
He looks pretty hurt, right?
Yes, he's taken damage, but he can take more damage than all the others, but he's still damaged.
He's gonna look at Brug and say like, he's gonna say like, you think you can fight, or should you retreat a little bit?
Brug gives you a thumbs up and is like, yeah, of course I can fight.
And then he's Xyrax gonna nod and say like, join me, brother. Let's take this fucker down.
Brug is gonna walk towards you and he's gonna use the help function, and you'll now get an advantage on your hits.
Ooh, okay.
All right. You go into your move?
Yeah, and I'll go to attack.
Okay.
So in this case, how would I do advantage then?
D6. You add D6 to your hit roll. Yep.
Oh, so add D6 to the roll, right?
Yep.
Okay.
AC 13.
Damn.
But you do get a hope.
Well, that gave me a hope. I'm at 6 hope now.
The creature is next turn. You would have to do it next turn.
I'm gonna save it there.
The creature is now going to use... Oh. Wait. I didn't even see that. That's insane. That is insane.
Don't say that.
The creature is going to start off by marking a stress.
Okay.
It will now use the ability Trample to make attack against all target within the construct's path when they move. And so it's going to roll d20 plus 4. Brug has 8.
Misses.
It misses. So you're able to avoid it entirely as you and Brug kind of dive to the side. You kind of grab him and pulls, and the creature runs towards this building, completely shattering it. Now it's going to use a hope dice, and it's going to take the turn back. And now once again, it opens its mouth and begins to charge up the blast again. 19.
Yeah, that hits.
And it's going to now roll a d20 plus 10.
Oh my god.
And it's going to attack. It's going to attempt to attack Brug. .26 hits, and that is severe damage. That is severe damage to Brug. He's going to get hit. He looks at you, and he pushes you away from the blast, and he's just like engulfed in the beam. You're worried for a second, but when the beam stops, you see him like on one knee with his like battle axe on the ground, is gritting his teeth, and there's blood like pooling from his sides, but he's still alive, and he goes, "It's gonna take a bit more than that to kill me." He looks, and he's now got so that was 3 damage. He is looking pretty bad.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay.
It is now, but however, the creature, because he used overload, and I didn't see this last time, where when he uses overload, he can take the spotlight again. So by using another fear, the creature's then going to take a third turn, and it leaps over you guys, and it's going to land with a thud near Narissa, Kale, and Pip.
Oh my god.
And it's going to, and then it's going to attempt to, well, with the thud, it's going to have its, where is it? The leaping strike. So he's going to attempt to attack. That's +4. That hits all of them.
Oh my god.
And they're going to take 1d8 damage. Oh.
Oh my god.
So the blast sends everybody flying back. Pip rolls back even further and is knocked back unconscious. Narissa is also knocked back unconscious. However, Kale is able to stand his ground and he's not blown back, but he is injured a little bit more.
Oh my god.
It's now your move. Start with your D4 to see how many of your teammates you can spotlight.
Okay.
Two. So you can choose two.
I'll give it to Brug and Kale then.
Okay. What would you like them to do?
Scree's still down, right?
Yes.
Okay, so while the creature's back is turned towards us, can I do a quick look around? Because my thinking here is they know their area quite well. He would know that Scree with her inventions would set up various traps around their area, kind of a just in case type of thing. If shit hits the fan, we could use some mechanism or some invention and then use it to our advantage.
Roll hope. Roll your instinct.
Okay.
She's not up right now, so she's not. Oh, there's a hope. Cool. So yes,
Wait,
you do know.
If I have 6 hope, do I just does that 7 hope doesn't
No, you
can
can only have a
7
max
hope, right?
max 6 hope. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So you look around and you do know that there is one house nearby that's actually completely rigged to blow, and it's one of your guys. It's actually a completely a fake house that's specifically for you guys. Used a similar thing before when you guys were fighting some of the scouts. And it's the house to the left.
Okay.
But you assume that Pip would have the detonator on her.
Yeah. Let's see. All right, then in that case, keep that in mind. My character is going to move in and attack the monster from behind.
All right. And do you want Brug to keep helping you?
Yes.
All right, Brug needs help you. Okay. So roll to hit with an advantage.
Yeah. Can I let's see, D6, right?
D6 plus hope and fear plus your strength.
Can I
Oh,
use,
by the way, you should be using your greatsword. You get to roll this.
Yes, that's right.
For your damage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
So what does using a hope dice do?
Hope would be when you have your Sora, you can spend 3 to clear to refresh 2 armor slots.
Oh, so that. Oh, okay, that's one.
And there's also
So
the experiences, but there's you don't really have use for these right now.
Okay. All right. So my character is just going to attack the creature.
You're trying to beat 13. You beat 13. Cool.
Okay.
But you can use the fear. Okay.
Yeah.
Now it is
Right, so
damage.
This is a D10.
Yeah, but you can roll 2 D10s and you take the higher one.
Yep.
D10 plus 3.
D10.
No, it's
plus
plus 3.
3. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that works.
3 plus 7, 10. 10 damage.
10 damage.
So you run over and you try to swing at the large creature, and you're able to hit it. You're able to leave a huge gash on its side with and it does a total of 2 damage to the creature.
Oh, nice.
It seems somewhat okay though, still.
Okay. I get to still attack, right? Or no?
No, you got a fear, so it's now my turn.
Ah, yeah, that's right. Okay.
The creature is going to again, this time, use it will use a stress to attempt to trample forwards, and it's going to try to hit. It's going to try to hit the 3 of these people.
Can I use I am your shield in this case?
You have to activate your Sora.
Oh, I am your shield is a Sora move too?
Actually, wait, you're right. I am your shield is, but it's very close range. I don't think they're close enough. Let me see. Very close range is blue. Nope, not close enough.
Damn.
So let's see if it hits. Fingers crossed. Your family could very easily die here.
Yeah.
D20 plus 4.
Oof. God.
It's gonna do a D8 damage. Oh.
Damn, dude.
Oh. You look at your friends, and they seem weak, and they look up kind of helplessly at the creature. And you reach out to try to help them, but immediately the creature begins to charge forward, and it runs straight through them, trampling them all. It kicks up a load of dust, and when the dust clears, you see all 3 of them just like mangled up on the ground. You see Narissa's like, her back is like bent in a strange angle. Pip is like thrown once again, and there's just blood pooling from him. And this time Kale is like, he kind of tries to look up, but he's like too weak, and his head just slams to the ground. The 3 of them doesn't look like they're gonna make it so far, but at this moment, you don't really. How does Xyrax feel in this moment?
He's like shocked and quite angered, very angered. He's more or less like just shocked because 3 of his like family that he's known for all like his entire life just died in front of him. And he just feels a lot. He feels like a huge amounts of anger. Initially he's like kind of scared and like worried about his, and like just like extremely depressed that his three of his family just like to his knowledge like assume that they're dead, and then like an anger creeps up. Like he wants revenge. He wants to kill this thing real bad. His like he can feel his like his grip on his greatsword like kind of like tighten more as he's like kind of shaking in like anger.
At this point, I will give you the option. If you would like to spend your 6 hope now, I will let you.
Yeah, I will.
All right. In that case, as he's gripping his greatsword even tighter, his ears are kind of still shell-shocked at the whole thing. Like the sound, the impact of the creature kind of running over. you look around, you see Brug kind of screaming. You can't really understand what he's saying. You see Pip look, not Pip. You see Scree kind of barely. How do I describe it? Conscious, but she's looking over at her friends. The three of your friends here are like they're all just face down in the dirt. Like I said, Narissa looks real bad, Pip looks real bad, and Kale is barely struggling to stay alive. And in that moment, you just feel crystals begin to grow around your greatsword, slowly covering the entire thing as it grows bigger and bigger in size until it's almost double the size. And it's at this point a huge burst of power surges through you. You let out a scream as you feel yourself grow faster, stronger, more aware. Information begins to flood your brain, such as the ability, even more crystals begin to grow around you, sort of covering your body, coating you in like a strong crystalline armor. It's now at this point where you can activate Unstoppable if you'd like.
Oh yeah, he's going to activate. Like I feel like he's activating it like without like kind of knowing, right?
All right. So the crystal armor on your body becomes thicker, and it grows until you're fully encased. Good night, Syringa. You're fully encased in this crystalline armor, but it's movable and sort of tightens up around you until it looks like you're literally made of crystal. What would you like to do now?
I feel like at first he looks at him, so he goes like, what the fuck? But at this split second he looks up, sees his family on the ground, and he turns to Brug and says, "Brother, grab Scree and get to safety. I will handle this one."
Brug says, "I can't leave you."
"Don't worry, just get Scree to safety, and you can come back."
He nods, and he's going to let me just roll an agility. Actually, I'll roll in agility. $13. All right. D4 -1. Chewie said, "I'll be back in a couple of moments. Don't do anything stupid." He says as he runs over, but you see there's a limp in his step as he runs to Pip. he dies right there. You see him kind of lift up Pip, and he carries her away a little bit. All right, your move.
All right, and then he's going to point his new blade towards the monster, and he's going to yell like, "You're fucking dead!" And he's going to run in, and he's going to just like kind of like slam his like greatsword down onto the monster.
Okay. Roll to hit. Boom. 12. Off.
Oh my god.
Unfortunately, the monster sees you coming because you had to run from a mile away, and it lifts up its hand and it stops your sword, and you're now stuck in a power struggle. What did you roll with hope or fear? With fear. Mine. Creature's now going to attempt to attack you, and it's going to hit with D4, boom, 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 plus 3, I believe. That's plus 4. D20 plus 4. 10. That hits.
That hits.
It's gonna roll a D20. 12. What's that on your?
It's major damage, but it's with my unstoppable. It turns major to minor, so it's going to be 1.
All right.
I'm going to spend a armor slot and then take 0.
The creature attempts to slash at you, and you kind of brace for impact with your arm, and suddenly you open your eyes and you look, and you see that your armor has like naturally dug into the ground below, and the claw is just completely stopped by your forearm. It's now going to angrily attempt to do it again by spending a fear. $13, and it's going to once again try D20. 15 major damage.
Yeah, when unstoppable is just going to go to minor. I'm just going to take this one.
Okay. So this time, it flies towards you, and you try to hold it, but this time you have to pull back and bail as it scrapes some of your crystalline armor off your body. And like at the moment it hits the ground, it like evaporates, like breaks, like when a monster in Yu-Gi-Oh gets destroyed.
He's going to he's going to grin and goes like, and he's going to say like, I can do this all day, buddy. And then it's my turn, right?
Yep.
Okay, he's going to go in and continue attacking him.
All right, roll to hit. $17 with hope. Mark a hope and roll your damage. And don't forget to up your unstoppable dice.
Yeah.
12 damage. Nice.
How do I
hover over the dice and press the number on your keyboard.
Okay.
So, how much was that? 12. 12 against it is major damage. And because of it, it has the weak structure ability. When you do damage with physical damage, it'll take an extra one.
Oh, shit.
The creature is now very, very weakened. As you run over, you grit your teeth, and some of your armor, like, it kind of removes itself from your body. And it makes your sword even bigger. It like almost crawls up your body into your sword. As you bring the greatsword down once again, and you slam one of the creature's heads straight into the ground, and it raises in pain, goes it like loudly, and it kind of echoes. Since you got a hope, you can go again.
Yes, I'm going to attack again. All right.
No. 14 does 14 hit. 14 does hit. And it's also around this point that Brug returns to you. He should have actually come back earlier, so you can actually roll. I mean, you would have hit anyway, so yeah, you can roll damage.
Okay.
15. Oh, well, you have to take the lower one.
Oh, they're both the same.
Oh, they are? Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're both 6s.
So you do 9 damage.
Yeah.
All right, so 9 damage is still major damage.
Oh, okay.
Oh, shit. Well, damn.
What happened?
You run towards it. And you leap into the air. And you bring your sword down. And the creature kind of catches it with its mouth. And you're like doing like almost a test of strength to bring it down. And just when you think you're about to lose, Brug runs up behind you and also grabs the sword. And he brings it down even more. And it's now at this point. I want you to describe how you do this, because you just killed it.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh my god. Okay, so he's gonna come down and the monster catches it with teeth, and then Brug comes down and like kind of assists, right?
Yes.
So Xyrax gonna look over at him and like kind of like smirks and like looks back and kind of like you seen Dragon Ball Z where they're fighting Broly,
yeah.
Broly, right?
Where, and they do the tag team.
The family like Kamehameha.
Yes.
And he's like, he looks at Brug and goes like, it's like, all right, like, together. And then, and he goes like, let's do it now. And then he like, with him and his strength, like they go together into the cut.
Oh, that's amazing. And as it's going, as the blade's cutting through. Oh, and you guys are just running straight through it with the blade?
Yeah, we're just like.
Oh my god.
Straight through.
The creature begins to writhe in pain as it like feels itself being ripped into. It writhes and it stings, and the entire time you're just thinking of your 3 family members that it just basically killed. And it's gonna, it writhes and it struggles, but you guys keep on running until the entire creature falls in 2 parts and hits the grounds on either side with a big thud. Oh. And it's now this point that you look to Brug. And he looks back at you and kind of like smiles. But now he's going to take a readied action. And first, I'm going to make you roll instinct.
Instinct. Okay. Oh shit, that's not what I want to roll.
I hope it's not a 1.
Oh.
With
God.
fear. Shit. So you don't get advantage on this next roll. This one is important, Rain.
Oh my god, okay.
You're gonna roll with disadvantage. Agility.
Agility?
Yes.
Okay. It's the duality dice and D6?
And minus a D6. So you just roll the duality dice and a D6 and then set it to a minus instead of plus. Oops.
Oh.
My bad.
Wait, so it's... Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. So D6 and then minus? Subtract?
No. It's, just roll the duality dice first.
Okay. Oh, that's a fear too. Fuck.
Okay, so here's the deal. The difficulty die is 13. Oh, wait, no, it's the opposite. Wait, I'm sorry. It's me who has to roll.
Oh, okay.
No. This is fine. It's actually, if I roll, it would be an attack roll, and your character is guaranteed to be hit. So we're not going to do that. This is better. So roll your d6, and if it goes below 13...
D6?
Yes, so it's 15, and you're going to subtract this d6 from it.
Okay.
So you cannot get anything higher than 3.
This is literally 50-50. Okay.
Congratulations. So, it's at this point that Brug shouts, "Xyrax! Get away from it!" And you turn around to see the creature's body begin to bubble and boil and swell with power as it activates its final ability known as Deathquake. When it marks its last HP, the magic powering it ruptures an external force, making an attack of advantage against all target within very close range. Brug grabs you and he pushes you to the side to try to save you. But you immediately grab his hand as well. And you yank him towards you as the creature as you see the creature, as well as the bodies of your 3 friends, become engulfed in a huge purple sphere.
Holy shit.
And suddenly the sphere gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's almost just expanding and slowly eating up everything around it before it implodes on itself, followed by a huge boom. And this entire area and everything around it is replaced by a crater. And Brug looks at you. And he like falls to his knees. And it's at this point you also notice the very bad wounds around his arms and legs. And one of his legs also seems to be like barely hang on by a tendon. And you can see these are like some like mortal injuries on Brug. He probably won't be able to fight again. But he doesn't notice this. He falls to his knees because your friends just died, and it's also at this point that Scree slowly limps towards you guys. And she's also just like speechless, and she looks up at you and says, she kind of walks about here and she's like, Xyrax.
Xyrax is going to kind of like fall on his like butt, kind of like shocked as he like kind of like drops his sword. But at this point, Xyrax is going to like kind of pull Scree in, like close to him, like hug to like kind of like bury, like kind of like cover her like face, like he's like holding the back of her head against his like chest, like trying to like hug but also like bury her face in his chest so like she doesn't like see.
Right.
As Xyrax is just he's speechless. He at 1 second he remembers seeing the three, and then now they're just like gone, right?
And also at this point, because he fell on his butt as well, something falls out of his rucksack.
Ugh.
And he kind of looks to his right and sees the picture of all of them smiling together, surrounded by treasure. And you see kind of Pip and Kale and Narissa, and they're all kind of smiling. How is Xyrax feeling right now? Brug is silent. Brug, you know him. You know that he's blaming himself for everything right now.
Xyrax is essentially like blaming himself a lot too. Like if he were to like stay just a little longer, kind of like maybe eat that pig that Brug brought in, stay for lunch. He could have like been there for them, and like he could have been there from the start, and maybe like could have like changed something, maybe be able to like change the outcome.
At this point, I just rolled instinct for Brug, and under his breath, he's not even looking at you. He's looking down, and you see you've never seen this man cry, but you definitely see some drops underneath on the dusty floor beneath him. And under his breath, he said, "You better not be blaming yourself right now."
Sarah's gonna sigh and says, feels like it's my fault. If I just stayed just a little longer, I feel like we could have stopped this together.
You see Brug turn around.
Yeah.
And his eyes, you see the red with tears. And you see his fist about to fly towards your chest, but it stops an inch before and just taps you. And he says, "If you were here, there's a chance you would be lying in the grave along with them. Do you think that's what they would have wanted? Do you think that in their final moments they said, 'Damn, I wish Xyrax got here sooner. I wish Xyrax didn't leave'? Do you really think that that's what they were thinking?" They were just happy to see that you were safe. Just like they were happy to see you go. Just like we were all happy as we saved for months on end to send you. To blame yourself is to blame us. So don't you dare blame yourself. He says, and he's looking, and his eyes are just wide. And at this point he's talking, he's kind of not really looking you in the eye. And Scree's just hugging you tight. She's just hugging you really tight.
Xyrax is kind of like keeping Scree close. He just like sighs heavily as tears are starting to run down his eyes too. And he goes, he says,
it all starts to rain.
Of course. Of course. So they're just kind of like sitting there, like just in the rain, like drenched, as he looks up to the sky and then looks back at Brog and says, Sarge just goes, of course it's raining, but I can't bring myself to believe that. I feel like if I was here...
You can keep going.
No, I was just, go ahead, because he was probably going to stop.
Yeah, Brog, like, says, believe what you want, but I know neither I, nor Scree, nor the three of them. And it's at this point he just kind of silently waits off, and suddenly Scree, you see her, she's like looking at the crater and says, Xyrax, they're gone, we can't even bury them. How are they gonna go to the afterlife if we can't bury them? What are we gonna do? What if they're trapped here forever? Obviously, you believe, you know this like some kind of goblin belief, but
yeah. We can still make a grave for them.
She says, do you think that would work?
I think it'll work just fine. As long as we do it and honor their memory and bury them in right here, I think they will be able to move on.
Brog says, if I may, I suggest we bury them in where our house once stood.
I agree. And then
he tries to stand up as well, and he's about to fall over, but I think he like falls onto you because it's at this point now the adrenaline's running out, and like he sees that his leg is like basically not there.
Yeah. Xyrax is going to like quickly stand up and like grab him, and then he's gonna bring out a health potion, and he's gonna say, you know, I didn't keep this, but this was among the things that we took. Please drink it. You need this more than me.
He wants to argue, but he knows you're right.
He wants to argue, but Xyrax is already like pushing the bottle into his mouth. He's not giving him a choice. He's already in the motion of like pushing the bottle into his mouth to make him drink it.
He kind of, you see he was still struggling, but you see this immediate relief. Like his bleeding on his leg has stopped. His breathing has kind of calmed a little bit. He seems a little bit better. Obviously, still, it's not going to regenerate a limb, but he feels better.
Scree's looking like somewhat okay though, right?
Yes, Scree at this point she's stabilized. She has technically less HP,
walking.
but yeah, she's walking. It's like the wounds kind of closed up on her own, and she was patched herself up and stuff. And Grug kind of under his breath, like the last thing he says is like, "I promised you I'd protect them in your stead." He just says that. He kind of chuckles and he said, "This is what it feels like." He says, "I promised I would protect them while you were gone." He kind of chuckles and he says, "Is this what it's like to get fired on your first day?"
And kind of like a weird, like, it's almost like dark humor exchange from the two. It's just the type of humor that they all kind of grew up with, like
Right.
bringing up humor and like in the most like odd circumstances.
To like deal with the hardship.
Cyrus is just gonna chuckle a little bit, like almost like weakly, and say like he's gonna chuckle and say like you can't get fired if the place you're working for is no longer around.
Brooke he kind of like chuckles, like really like, come on, man. You know what I mean? Like it's not that kind of humor. And Scree's still hugging you, but she sighs. She says, "You two are stupid."
Also a side note, between Nerissa and Scree, Xyrax had I would say he had more feelings towards Scree than Nerissa. Yeah, so he's low-key like very, very glad that like
the two important ones survived.
Yeah. Don't say it like that. Don't say it like that. You make me sound like a monster. It's like the three support characters, they're gone. It's okay. But these two are the more important.
Love interest and the Joe Bro survive.
You could say that like it's like it was a bit of a crush that he had on the screen. That like kind of turned from like them working together and stuff. That's why he's more often joking around with Scree than he is with Nerissa.
And Nerissa was low-key with Kale.
Yeah, like Cyrus kind of understood that like that was probably the case. Since their like interaction with Nerissa was more like serious, like kind of like a big sister,
right?
Or like sibling type. But like Scree was someone that like he really enjoyed in being around. Like he was very comfortable with joking around with her, and he like has a crush for her.
Right, and is also kind of like he also has a like protective, like natural protective kind of feeling towards her.
Like he was glad to see that like Scree was
alive.
Like, alive. Yeah.
She's still very emotional and definitely feels him. And it's like, no, it's the couples. It's like Xyrax and Scree. You've got Kale and Nerissa, and you've got Brug and Pip. You know what I mean? I'm joking.
The third wheel.
Dude, at this point though, you do hear a voice from behind you that says, you hear a familiar voice behind you that says, I'm sorry I couldn't be here sooner. He kind of sees the three of you, and you immediately recognize it as Aratos' voice.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say, just if you don't mind me kind of like forcing the interaction, I'm gonna say that in this moment you're kind of get a little bit angry because like, why weren't you here sooner type thing.
Yeah.
Because he is a chaser, right? Aratos is one of the top chasers. The other two, when they see him, they immediately like jump back because they don't know you're close now.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you say? You haven't turned around to see him yet.
So yeah, my character is going to turn around, and he's not going to turn around. He's just going to like he's going to stand up, kind of still having like Scree close to him, like in the very like he has his hand like behind her like back or head at this point, and she's like still hugging her.
Yeah.
and he like just without looking at him goes like, and he just says, "Where were you? Where were the chasers? Where were these? Where were these fabled chasers that I hear about? That protects this land, this city. Where were you?"
Aratos tries to say something and he stops himself and he says, anything I say would only sound like an excuse. I should have been here sooner. And I'm sorry.
And then Cyrus is just going to like kind of like turn his head a little bit to see Aratos. Is he alone?
He's alone, and you see that he's very injured. One of his arms is pooling blood. It looks like he had been fighting all this time, just elsewhere. He's got like blood pooling from his head. He's holding his arm that seems to be limp. And he's like covered in like blood.
Yeah, Cyrus is going to turn and like kind of like notice it, but he's not going to fully turn around to see him. He's just going to keep his back towards him, and he's going to say, "If I join this academy, you're going to teach me how to kill these things, right?"
He nods and he says, once you're in the academy, come find me. I will take you.
And then, so Xyrax is going to kind of like grab his great sword and he's going to like stab it on the ground, and he's going to say, he's going to say, this is my vow, my oath. I'm gonna make sure these Gaia creatures, I will kill every single one of them for what they did. And then, he's gonna say that first.
Aratos nods and says, we'll make them pay for everything they've taken. And he like looks at you and he like, it's like a kind of respect, like man to man, like part of him is like, I take part in this vow kind of thing, you know what I mean?
And then he's going to ask this too. He's going to say, before I join, can I bring these two with me? Can they join the academy too?
He looks and says, you guys saved a lot of lives today. I don't know if you know it yet, but there was an uncountable amount of lives that you guys saved today. While you were here, we were stretched thin. If you weren't here to stop that guy, there's a high chance that one of that size would have breached the walls. And the people in there, they've lived in peace for so long, they would have been ripped to shreds. It is without a doubt that your short friend there, pointing to Scree, she definitely will be accepted. He looks at Brug and he pauses for a second, and understanding Brug's an orc as well, and he kind of beckons you closer to him a little bit, just asking you to come a little closer.
Oh, me?
Yeah. Brug isn't listening, so Brug is actually still turning and he's looking at the crater, so he's only really half listening.
So I was going to like look at Scree and like kind of pat her on the back as he like moved towards Aratos.
Aratos looks and says,
Aratos,
your friend there is no longer battle capable, but we can get him treatment, and depending on how he recovers, he might be able to enroll, but it's not a guarantee, and I don't want to give you false promises.
Brug is kind of like me. He's very stubborn, but he knows what he's doing. He's a good fighter, and I know he will not let this go. He wants revenge just as much as I want. I like his chances.
He nods and he says, in that case, we will do everything in our power to bring him back to his best self. And that is where we're going to end the session.
Okay.
Whoa! So how did you find it, man? Oh, quickly, before anything, I save your character. You just have to drag across the entire, like, look straight down at it, and then drag, so you're selecting your character sheet and your notes. No. Put that back. Yeah. Alright, you want to... Oh, shoot. Oh, fuck.
Oh.
You went in the fucking...
Was that how you...
No.
Was that how you're supposed to do it?
Nope. 1 second. Let me say... let me just very quickly... So you're gonna look down and you're gonna drag from the top and make a box so it covers all of it.
Hold up, my screen doesn't show anything.
Oh, sorry.
It just has a bunch of like, it's just clear but has a bunch of red dots.
Oh, I think it's just saving, or it's just reloading everything.
Okay.
I will save it as well, just in case.
Okay.
Save Xyrax Weatherford. All right. So while it's loading, yeah. So what did you think of it?
Oh man, it was a roller coaster. It was just a roller coaster of stuff. I honestly feel like it was extremely dramatic for the solo campaign, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like, I'm guessing when we're together, like all the when we do like groups and whatnot, it's not gonna be like that crazy dramatic.
It shouldn't be.
Like we'll have our moments.
Yeah, you'll have your moments. It won't be. There is a lot of, when I DM, there's a lot of emotion and stuff that I bring in, and I give you guys your chance to like have the thing, but it'll be like, it will depend on how close your characters are themselves. I would rather you guys have those moments with minimal help from me, if that makes sense. Like, you guys talk to each other, figure things out, discover more about the world and stuff, and help the characters kind of help each other grow. But there will be, for example, there was one mission that I did before where it was a man, and he actually, no, I'm reusing that mission, so I can't even spoil it. But my DM style is very, there's a lot of emotion, a lot of intrigue, a lot of moral lessons. It's like an anime. I DM like as if it's an anime. But obviously, since there's 4 people, I can't make it as personal, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like you said, there'll be moments and people have their spotlights, and the more you open up with the other characters, the more we can do stuff like that. I do have everything set up so that everyone is already linked. Like I said, Aratos' 2 children are both also other players.
Oh, claws. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
So everyone is linked in their own way, a little bit. So I guess it really depends on the party. It really depends on the party.
I would say like just from like just as you like ended it, I would say that they made 3 gravestones where their house used to be, and he would take Scree and Brooke with him back to the academy.
Amazing.
And he would make sure like both of them get enrolled, and he would probably see both of them regularly.
And I'll also say that Pip's grave has a little toothbrush in it.
Okay. But yeah, and I would also say that like Scree and Brug would do like, they're kind of like, at the same academy, but they're like doing like different
support
things.
roles and stuff. Yeah, we can
Yeah,
say that
support roles-
Scree is going into tinkering. Obviously, she's going to be
Yeah.
more of a mechanic role. Brug is still in rehab. So,
Yeah, he'll be in rehab. Scree will be like the tinker, like support, like magic engineer, while like Xyrax becomes a chaser.
right, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oof. And that's the story. I just saved your one. Is it still not loaded for you?
It loaded. Yeah.
Okay, so try to drag a box
Do I,
around everything so that it's all
okay.
yellow, including your notebook as well.
Okay. Okay. Yep.
And then right-click
then-
the character sheet and then press Save Object.
Save object.
Yeah, and then you want to just call it, I don't know, Xyrax level 1 or something.
Okay. And then where would I go to like load the
So to load it, what you have to do is press Objects in the top. I gotta make sure you're promoted. So press Objects in the top.
objects? Oh, saved objects?
And Saved Objects. And then when you click it and you hover out, you should be able to see.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, all right. That's the
Oh.
mission. Do you understand now why I'm so tired after these missions, bro?
Yeah, man, they take a lot of you
Oh,
and me.
there's a lot
So-
of emotion.
So I hit one of the endings then.
You hit one of the endings and you're able to save 2 of them at least. You weren't
I'm
able to save
actually-
them all.
Yeah, I mean, it is unfortunate, but I am happy with the outcome.
Yeah. I think it's good. I think on one hand, it would also be fun. Not fun, but it would be like a good story if they all died. But I think the fact that your best friend and brother is still alive, but he has to live with the guilt,
Yeah.
and he's trying to recover, that opens up a plot hook. Maybe like I can send you guys on a mission to try to get something for him or something like that. And then Scree as well popping in, and she can have her own thing. And also there'll be opportunities as well to have your own solo missions again at some point.
Okay.
So it's not the final. So you can ask me if I'm free, and once everyone's done with their solo missions, people are more than welcome to ask me to run a solo mission with them.
Yeah. It would be nice too for Xyrax and Scree to have a thing.
That'll be good. I think that'll be very
Yeah,
good.
because Xyrax does have a crush on Scree, and I feel like low-key that she kind of does this as well.
Yeah, it's for Scree, she's kind of not innocent, but she's very like, she's the kind of person to develop a crush and not realize it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
I think
suddenly
they're like,
it would be like suddenly like, let's say if Rain was, or not Rain, if Xyrax was gone and she missed him, she'd be like crying and she wouldn't be understanding why she's crying type thing.
yeah. I can see her like making stuff for like Xyrax to take, or
Yeah, like little
useful
things.
tools.
That would be really cute. Like before a mission, she just appears and like gives you a bunch of little trinkets. Yeah, definitely saving the 2 of them will have positive effects for the whole campaign. So that's good.
Yeah.
The same way that
Yeah.
a certain someone, oh, I'm not going to spoil it. There's a major plot point that just happened that really
Okay.
is like, oh shit. But
I will say though, like sleeping wise though, he would be haunted with nightmares.
I can imagine, dude. Yeah, that's
he'd be
totally
haunted with nightmares of the other 3.
fine. Right.
Like he knows that like Brug told him like not to blame himself, but Xyrax does low key blame himself still.
Yeah. And I think that's a
Yeah,
good part
so-
of the character development as well. Like, how
Yeah,
can you learn
and
to
I-
overcome that?
Yeah, I think like sleeping wise is gonna be very, very difficult for him.
Awesome. Okay, dude. Let's end it there, man. That was a good
Yeah.
session.
Oh,
I hope you had fun.
was
I do
fun.
hope you had fun.
I had so much fun.
This is yeah, like I said, I've got a very weird some people love my DM style, other people hate it, and some people just become sad.
I love it. I really do love it.
It's very anime.
Is there people that hate it right now?
The guys, no, not in this party. I've chosen carefully.
Okay.
The people that
But in the
hate it are
past.
like the 5e purists who just want to roll dice and do big damage. You know, the people that just want to play like the game rather than the story. Those are the people that usually don't like it. But I purposely just... There wasn't anyone I really had to avoid because the VTubing community, everyone is basically a role player. So I didn't really have to avoid anyone. But there's definitely some people that I know IRL that I would never invite to something like this.
I see. We in my D&D group, we had a term for those type of people. We call them skippers.
With skippers?
They're,
they just skip all the dialogue?
Yeah, like in the like RPG, they just skip. Yeah, we call them skippers.
Exactly. The skippers are the ones that would absolutely hate my DM style because there's a lot of dialogue, like a lot of freaking dialogue. It's basically a visual novel, bro. But yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna raid someone over on YouTube. Thank you so much to everyone for watching. Also, once again, guys, go check out Rain. They're over on what's it called, on Twitch, as I believe it's full, like Rain Raider X, right? Is that that's your full name?
I am coming back to streaming soon.
Yippee! Awesome. All right, and we're gonna go raid someone. Hopefully, there's a fellow TTRPG member that's live right now. That would be amazing. Oh, you know what? Daya is live, and he will be starting at some point. He's just been a bit busy, but he will also be joining us. So we're gonna actually no shit. I just raided him. I raided him yesterday. Damn it.
You can rate him again. That's okay.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna raid him again. Everybody, go tell him I said hi. Thank you so much to everybody for coming. You guys are super awesome, and remember, stay tuned, stay subscribed, and there's gonna be much more Sora TTRPG coming up.
Oh,
and
yeah.
The missions are gonna be starting soon, so I'm gonna be actually starting them maybe Wednesday. I'm gonna open the or even what I might do is just put the missions up so that people can start signing up for them now.
We have enough for like at least two
groups, right? Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Or even 3 if I go with 3. But yeah,
that's definitely possible too.
But awesome. All right, we're gonna raid Phantom Raid in their chats. Bye everybody. Bye.
Bye.
And on YouTube as well. Bye. Okay.